Okay, so check this out. So I decided yesterday I just dumped the hose in there because we poured all this with a Zypex additive mixed into the concrete, so it's supposed to be waterproof as is, although we're probably gonna get a little bit of leakage. We'll see. I was like, you know what, I want to see how many gallons we're actually going through. So it's about 1,500 gallons in there right now, if my math is correct. That's figuring on right at 7.5 gallons per square foot, and we're about 6 inches up, and this is 20 by 20, so that's what I came up with. And yeah, it comes on at least twice a minute. And yeah, I'm just gonna let it run for a while, and I want to see how much it leaks down once I take it out. So I probably won't let it get up to the pipes, but you know, probably get a couple more days of it anyway, and then I'll see what kind of job the Zypex does without all this being filled in. So just a little test. So what I'm about to do, I was out here earlier making my punch list for the basement and all that kind of stuff. So now I need to jump back on the pool so we can pour Friday if the weather cooperates. We got thunderstorms coming in, but hopefully they're gonna be late enough they won't affect us. So I need to build the sun shelf. I'm just gonna get in here with my level and mark it all out and kind of cipher and figure what I want. So I know the bottom of it will be on feet. Also, there's going to be steps that I'll have to form out of 2x8s or 2x10s in front of the sun shelf for a certain distance up. So this whole back side has to be cut down for the negative edge because it's supposed to sit at the water level, and then the foam side sits a little lower, so it'll be kind of at an angle like that. So I gotta decide, I've got to look at our plans and cut the skimmer in, and then once the skimmer's cut in, the skimmer shows you pretty much where water height's going to be, and then this will be cut on this side to the same as what the expected water height of the skimmer is, all the way down, and it needs to be straight. So we've got to determine the best way to do that, and we've got to put in our floor drain, and we decided to duplicate what we did in the bottom. So in the bottom pool, there's 3 linear drains. 1 is for the filtration, and 2 just do nothing but feed the pump that pumps the water up here so that this fills up and overflows. So on this end, instead of having what was going to originally be 12 holes, and then they were going to tee into 6, instead we're just going to do 2 linear drains up here that are, so it's linear drains, pump, linear drains, and it's just a big loop. So I'm gonna put those over here, so they'll bubble up. That'll be kind of cool. And then we've got to plumb our bubblers in the sun shelf. And yeah, so anyway, that's kind of the idea. So I'm gonna do some drawing just to kind of map it out before I start putting anything together, and keep on keeping on. That is the most difficult, or I guess my biggest fear, is that whole area, just that whole T-mess. So we're going to plywood all that on the outside and put some extra strength into it. And this side, we already put plywood on the other side. But it's a solid wall on the back side, so it's not as bad, but still get some of the idea of what we're talking about. Dumped in some extra straps in here so that when we're done, we can make sure we strap everything up and then toss the extras out. Starting to feel a little bit of accomplishment, which is nice. I feel a lot better after the pour. Hey, welcome back. Well, see what I can get done. It's been non-stop rain all weekend, which was good for me getting some rest, to be honest with you, and then I didn't sleep worth a darn last night, so that's how it goes. So if you missed the short, I'll pop up a link. We found out what the Beely Lake Monster was, so you have to watch that, check that out. Got a little trash to clean off the rack, but it's pretty much flowing out. We were looking really good till the rain. My neighbor over there that cleared the 20 acres months ago hasn't planted any grass at all, so it just all runs off when it rains. Whatever. Nope. Oh, it's not a bird. That's a tree branch. Of course it was a bird that flew off. So yeah, if you know what kind of bird that is, let me know. I'll look it up when I get stopped, figure it out. But I'm sure it's something that's just gonna eat all our fish like everything that tries to come around here. Woo, check me out, huh? Muddy. So I've spent last couple hours redoing, I still got a little more work to do, but redoing the pump room walls. So something that had happened was those feet are made to go on at a certain spot on the side, and so when the pump room was laid out and those feet were up as far as they would go, so it was off by this difference in elevation, and it bothered me the whole time. And my actual plan was kind of just cut it down, because it is two different areas. Wasn't gonna worry about it, but then it just got to bugging me, so I fixed all that. So now I just got to level everything out. It's but it's really close now, so. You should have seen in the time lapse. Got that done. Now I just got to finish the other half. It's about halfway. Finish the other half, and then we will have scaffolding all the way across, and we will be able to straighten the rest of the wall out. We've straightened that part. And something else. So usually if you're watching the videos, I'm about 2 videos past when I respond to something. So I respond to comments. No, not everybody does, but I respond to pretty much everything. But so anything I might talk about that was in comments was probably from not the last video, but the video before. So one thing a lot of people had concern with was the negative. Well, first of all, was the straightening of the walls, which, yes, they're not straight yet, as you can see from here. So once all that bracing is on, then we've got to adjust these zuckles on the other end and either push or pull the wall. So as you look at it right now, we had pushed this in yesterday to get it straight, but it's pushed in, it's close. Once we put string line in and run string line, you'll be able to really see it. But and it's not supposed to be straight across this way. The whole thing is angled just like the back of the house is, so I've got to remember that too. But yeah, once we put a string line on it, then we'll be able to straighten that out. But it's definitely extremely far out right now. But the first 10 feet is probably close because it's got the bracing on it. And then as we go all the way across, then like I said, we'll put a string line on it, and then we'll push and pull and get it straight. So no, nothing should be straight just yet. That's normal. And yes, I know we have to cut down the negative edge wall so that water will actually flow over, but that height gets determined by the skimmer height. So first I got to put the skimmer in. I got an idea pretty close where it's going to be. Then we put the laser level on it, and we'll cut the wood down between 3 and 4 inches depending on where the skimmer sits, and then the foam side will be about 3/4 to an inch lower than that, so it'll be on an angle with the tile that we'll tile the top of it with, and yeah, we'll be good. So that's coming along. Quincy's been building the sun shelf. I procrastinated long enough, and he took over building that. And the big thing that we changed is 2 things. One, we got rid of the bench around it, and you see there's a corner that goes in there, and all that, so that'll all be fine. This gets raised up, and then it gets 1 more level, so 3 more pieces and some bracing and yada yada yada. And then we're just going to pour the top later, because that'll give me time to set the bubblers exactly where I want them and everything. And we'll just pour that when we pour the basement. Josh is going around and cutting the penetrations for the returns and the lights. So getting that done. And what am I doing? What am I doing, Q?
What are you doing?
That's a good question, right?
Walking around?
Yeah, I've been running around being a project manager today. Because it's been crazy. So finding parts, getting parts, moving things around, all that kind of stuff. Josh put the rebar and corners in the top of the pump rooms. That's pretty much done. There's a little, I see a couple pieces we got to adjust, but I mean, it's pretty much where it needs to be. And I've got a long list. What I'm going to work on the penetrations from the pool, from the pump room in, because I want those at certain heights and all that kind of stuff. So that's probably the next thing I'll work on. James is on the way. We're gonna have him finish the bracing if he can on the back side of the wall. Yeah, that wall is super crooked. It is, it's horrible. It's all weird.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you look at it from the side, you can.
It's horrible. Yeah, yeah. We'll put string line on the bracing. It'll be fine. So, all right. So that's what I'm gonna work on. They're gonna work on that. On the sun shelves, I'll set up a time lapse for the sun shelf. I'll work on the penetrations, and something I might play around with. I don't know if I will in this video, but on 4-day and some things, I've got a camera mount that I can wear, the kind of first person point of view. So might play around with that. I mean, you know, time lapse serves its purpose, but I kind of get tired of just time lapsing things. But it's also hard to film everything and work. So yeah, that's probably what we'll do is that. And I don't know, super hot, super crazy, super ridiculous, and time to do something. All right, let's give you an update. So we're all out here trying not to have a heat stroke because the sun comes up over there and it beats right here all day long. So yeah, we're gonna work about another hour. I gotta show lots to a couple people, and then we'll come back out around 5. And we still got about 3 more hours work, so be good. Q has built the sun shelf, as you see. We'll put a piece back in there at the top, so we'll be able to take it out when the pour's done. So we're just gonna pour this wall as part of the rest of the pour. We're gonna put a 5-inch extension on the wood side to keep, well, I got a question now that I've told them to do it. Why are we putting the extension on right now?
Because you want to be a little higher.
Yeah, but I mean, we're only going to pour concrete to the height of the...
Yeah, to get to the height of the top of the shelf that you want to get to.
I'm saying we've got to put it on there eventually.
Oh, I've already got a brace for it, so because
it might as well be on there.
Yeah.
That way we got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, so this gets built. This will get poured. Don't let's forget to put verticals in this.
Oh,
yeah. And nothing will get poured inside here this trip. We got to put some plywood at the bottom so that, well, we've got to fold the fast foot up, staple it to the back, then concrete will pour in, bam, bam, bam. Then after this cures, I'll finish setting the bubbler height and all that. And Chris will fill this with gravel to a certain point, and then we'll just pour the rest in concrete, and that'll be that. And we got to cut that edge down, and James is doing some bracing. He's done about 30 minutes of bracing, been here 3 hours.
Was he cutting this for me now?
I thought he was. Look, you done built a whole sun shelf in the time it took James to brace a corner.
Yo, James. Hey, James Brown. Are you cutting these pieces for me?
Yeah, I gotta get this one more piece in right here.
Oh, okay.
Well,
It might be negative edge time.
yeah. Well, I'm putting a skimmer in. You want to lower the metal? I mean, we're gonna.
Yeah. Hold that side up.
Oh, well.
Is there a way to cut it while it's up there?
Yeah. All right. Well, today is over, and it was a scorcher. So I took off a little early because I had doing some showing of land, which is important, you know, because I got to actually make money too. But as you'll see in the time lapse, so the sun shelf is done. That's great. I'm so happy to not have to do that. I've got that ready to cut in. I'll cut that in tomorrow, unless I come back out here, because I've got to go meet Chris in one of the other lots, because someone that's buying one of the other lots from me wants Chris to do some stuff. Very quick rundown. That corner needs the metal corner cut into it, and we've got to actually put the pipes in. So I moved it. We're no longer going to pour concrete this Friday. Moved it to Tuesday. I think we could have got it done, but we got a big storm coming in tomorrow and wasn't sure how that's going to affect things. And then Saturday we're taking the girls to see my mom for Mother's Day. And then of course we got Mother's Day stuff on Sunday. And so I just moved it that way. You know what? Some people, surprisingly, that watch the channel are tired of it taking so long, but I mean, I'm not in a rush. It's just not a rush, and that's it. So, yes, do I want to hurry up and get to certain points? Absolutely. But not at the sake of having a heat stroke out here or running myself ragged. So, I was really pushing hard and said, you know what, we're going to back off and make sure we hit the punch list. There's some things I want to do now that will make things easier later. And I've got just a bunch of little things. So it's great. That's great. And the punch list is not as long as it was when we started this morning, so that's a good thing. And I'll come back out here. Like I said, I probably will come back out here some this evening while it's cooler, because that's the key. You got to work while the heat's not ridiculous, and do a few things, and then work on video footage so that you guys have something to watch, and try and be ready for the next one. So appreciate everybody. Glad you stopped in. Thanks for the comments and the likes and the shares and subscribing, and just, you know, being there through us with this crazy journey and crazy ideas we come up with. So appreciate you, and see you in the next one.